So we're on some more Le Mans Ultimate today, and we're at Fuji in the GT3 cars. Got two races here. First race coming up. I had never raced this track before, done a little bit of practice, and I just hopped on. I thought, yeah, let's give it a go. Couple of hours of practice. I was off pace by a lot. As you saw, the guy in front of me, I don't know if he got a penalty for driving erratically, but he made me go into him, okay? You just saw that. Bit of a messy grid, but green, off we go. And yeah, we get off alright as we normally do. Not too bad. We always play it safe. You know the rules. So we see people trying to go 3 wide into the... Is that 3 wide too? Yep, 3 wide into the first corner. We're just going to back off and we're just going to let everyone sort themselves out or take themselves out. Either way, I am not going to be a part of it. So we get off nice and easy. And we're just going to see what happens. Slotting in. I like it when everyone slots in nice and early. But just keep an eye out ahead. Someone's obviously gone into the back of someone. You saw his spoiler just go flying. This guy tries to join the track. A bit unsafe there from the guy behind me. As another person spins off ahead. These two getting all into it. It's always crazy at the starts on any sim. I'm also in a low split as well. Still getting over a cold, but I'm feeling a lot better, so got a bit more energy. But yeah, my voice is still a little bit shaky. So this race was quite a aggressive one, I will say that, with just this one guy that I'm trying to overtake here. You're going to see the first of many contacts from me and him. I don't know if I shouldn't have put my nose up there, but I don't know. It is what it is. Didn't get any room. We made contact. I think he's got a little bit of side damage. I saw it on his car, but I'm not sure if it affected him too much. Just going through now. All the cars all slotting in nicely behind each other. No one going for any stupid moves apart from the guy behind. He gets the move done on the BMW. But then he gets on the power too early and he absolutely bins it. So, almost decent for him. We skip ahead now to lap number 2, midway through. And we're just going through these corners are quite slow. This track's weird, right? You got to drive it a lot slower than you think. As I send it in on that guy, but he just doesn't give me room and just turns in like I wasn't there. So, I mean, I gave him a little bit of contact. He's given me contact, so... Blow for blow. We skip ahead now. Again, lap number 4. So he skips ahead about 2 laps. As we see a BMW absolutely sending it on another BMW. And he just drives off track. Not sure what happened to him. At the moment in LMU, the BMWs are reigning supreme. So everybody's in a BMW. I mean, even I'm in a BMW. Normally I like to drive the McLaren, but when everyone's in one car, you know something's up and you've just got to use it yourself. So I can't wait for them to do a bit of a balance of performance. So that's BOP, if anybody doesn't know. And we will be driving the McLaren again. So we skip ahead. We're on that start of lap number 7. And we've got the guy in our slipstream behind. Like I said in the previous video, the slipstream is very weak in the GT3s. I'm pretty sure the developers have said they're going to increase that, so can't wait for that as well, because you get a good run on someone, you're in the slipstream, but it doesn't amount to anything just because the slipstream is so weak. But can't wait for that to get better. So we're in a little train now of like 5 cars, all BMWs, and then we've got like McLaren behind us, and we're just trying to increase our pace. This is our first ever race at Fuji on any sim, so I am just really off pace here. I don't even know what it's like to overtake anybody. Don't know where the overtaking opportunities are, so I'm just slowly getting to grips with the track, speeding up every lap. Well, at the moment you can see top right, my best lap is a 1:42.3. As we see a couple of people showing their noses up front. Look at the radar there. We've got 6 cars there, pretty much nose to tail. Massive train going on, so we've got to start making some moves here. As this guy sends it up on me like an absolute moron. Not gonna lie, that was a disgusting move. He literally used me to stop. So you know what? I thought, I've one back, lad, and we forced him off track here. On purpose as well, guys, right? Not gonna lie, I forced him off track on purpose there. You don't just send the move in like that without a bit of retaliation. And I mean, that was all fair. I didn't have any contact with him there. So if he's going to be aggressive with me, I'm going to be aggressive back. So we see a couple of people going for it here.
P11.
Guy absolutely sends it in. Guy tries to go for the cutback and he gets it done. So nice move from him. The guy who went for the dive bomb has exposed himself. I'm able to overtake him now. And the McLaren behind is looking for something. They're going side by side into this next braking zone. But it seems like the BMW is able to just brake a little bit later and keep the position going into the next corner. So we've got 5 minutes left now. This BMW in front of me, a bit slow, give him a little love tap, not intentional. I didn't know he was going to be braking that harshly. It's just a little dab on the brakes there. He must have a problem or something because his pace has just suddenly dropped off. And now we're trying to overtake him here. He goes a bit deep, we go a bit wide, try and get on the throttle earlier. And now we're in his slipstream. We'll see what we can do with this. He's definitely got some sort of issue, but I mean, I ain't going to let him go easy. We're going to go for it. Looking like he's going to try and go defensive. We're in his slipstream, like I said, it is just not strong enough for me to really go for anything, but we're about side by side going into the braking zone, so with the little bit of extra speed that I got from the slipstream, I'm able just to pull ahead, and now I can tell he's got an issue, so now I've just got to run away with it. P9, we've got how many laps left? We've got 3 minutes of racing left, so P9 is all I can muster. Coming over the line now on the last lap, and that's not bad for the first race. We had a lot of like a skirmish there, so quite a bit of experience under my belt for my first race, which I'm happy with. Up 10 positions, so really good from me for my first race, if I do say so myself. So I lost a little bit of driving rank because, I mean, again, P9, I should be finishing higher. So it is what it is. We've got to get some practice on. So I hit the track for some practice into the next race now, into qualifying. So provisional pole at the top left, just done my fastest lap ever, a 140.8. So I did about 2 hours of practice and I looked at some track guides. So into the first braking zone, braking nice and hard into the first braking zone, getting on the throttle nice and early, carrying the speed through. Here we brake, there's a little patch of dead grass at the right, just after the 100 metre board. Trying to carry as much speed as we can. You can cut more of that curb than I did. I was quite good at this corner. You got to let off the throttle halfway through that corner so you can go out wide, get back on the throttle, braking just after the 50 metre board into second gear, and we're just going to get on the throttle and hopefully we can stick it. Trying to keep nice and tight just to make this line shorter, carrying as much speed as we can. Braking at the orange at the right at the barrier, and we're going to cut as much as this curve as we can, keeping our left tyres on the track. I was okay at this part of the track. It was very difficult when I first did the race because I had no braking references, and this lap's probably this lap is the best lap I've ever done. I'm gonna have to try and see if I can reproduce it again. But as you can see, top right, we're about 5 tenths up. Coming out the last corner, it goes down a little bit, but still 5 tenths up on 140.8, so very happy with that. Absolutely beautiful. A little bit of practice that I did paid off big time. There we go, a 140.355, and we're going into the race at pole position, or so I thought. As you'll see at the bottom left, it says connection lost, and just like that, my first ever pole position results in nothing. I think the server crashed. I'm not sure. My internet didn't mess up or anything like that, so it's not from my side, and this has never happened to me on iRacing. The game is still in early access, to be fair, but it is absolutely brutal that my first pole position just gets taken away like that. Tried to reconnect, but weren't able to, so we go again. We try again. The next day is able to get P7. I mean, we were slower as well the next day. I didn't come off like 2 hours of practice, so I think it's a track that you really do need to just put in a little bit of practice. I'm not sure what settings I had as well in that qualifying. I got pole for my TC in that. So I need to go back and look at the footage and see what I actually chose, because I really did enjoy those settings. So again, coming into T1, we're going to be a little bit more aggressive this time. We're not going to back off as much. We're going to see how high we can come. Everybody goes 3 wide at T1. It's just a bit dangerous. I'm more of a 2 wide or just slotting behind someone type of guy. So we'll see what we can produce here. So we are a lot faster this time around. We've got the braking points down. We know where we're supposed to be braking, getting off the throttle. As you see again, another McLaren losing the back end on that corner, pushing a little bit too hard. The cold tyres in this game, very brutal. You've got to be very careful. You don't get a lot of grip. These cars don't have tyre warmers, so you just go out on track. Room temperature tyres. You got to bring them up nice and easy. And I actually quite enjoy it. I like the fact that I like the way they feel. It's very nice. So the car in front of me and him have a nice little battle all the way through this video, this little race here. But starting P6, we're already up 1 position because of that McLaren. So first lap, decent, up 1 position like I said. Going into this second to last corner, guy goes a bit wide, so we just sneak it down the inside on him. Absolute beautiful move, enjoyed that a lot. Keeping it nice and easy going through here. I loved that move there, just saw an opportunity and just took it. This track's quite nice, so pulling over to the right to stay in the slipstream. This guy helped me defend against the guy behind me. He must have got a drive through from the start, not sure what he did. It's quite easy to get like a drive through from the start of the race. On my first ever race in the game, I got a drive through. It's quite annoying. Skipping ahead now, lap number 2, end of lap number 2. I go wide here, you can see, and he gets the same move done on me, where I just go wide and he just takes the opportunity with both hands. So not bad. We're going side by side. He's got better speed on me as well, so he was able to get on the throttle a bit earlier, so he actually does pull ahead. And we nip in his slipstream just a little bit, just to get that bit of extra speed, try and pull out. We're coming a little bit of contact there, but nothing that's going to upset anybody. The game will upset the game. Like, I get a little bit of a negative on my safety rating, so we try and go for a cutback there, but he's just able to keep it way ahead of me. And he's now got quite a little bit of gap from just 1 corner, so we've got to make sure that doesn't happen. We pull back 3/10 on him there. Not bad. He was quite slow through that corner throughout the whole race, you'll see. But then he does do a little bit better than me here, pretty much throughout the whole race. So we take some from him, he takes some back. That's the way it is. He's already back to 5/10, 6/10 ahead. So you're gonna see he just starts flashing randomly in a sec. See him flashing there, so you thought, you know what, I'll flash as well. Going into the braking zone, I'm not sure if me flashing put him off or anything, but he goes super deep there. And then just like that, all that time that we lost and he gained, we're right back at it, which is good. So at this moment in time in the race, I'm thinking, right, this me and him are going to have a good race here. Get a bit wobbly there, but not too bad. I need to improve these corners. I was a bit early, eager on the throttle, forces me wide over those bumps, which just gets me out of shape. And yeah, quite a difficult last 2 corners, if I do say so myself. It's one of those where if you go slower, you go faster, so I just need to keep that in mind. Into the first corner again. Still just behind him. The slipstream isn't able to help me too much, even though that's a really long straight. You'd expect to have a little bit more speed going into there, so I can't wait for the new update. Hope they address the slipstream issue, and then it's going to be easier to fight for positions really. Again, I feel like he was just a little bit faster through here than me, but we're putting on pressure. Again, throughout the race, he was faster in some areas, I was faster in some areas. Something that I learned about sim racing was that you don't have to be fast everywhere. So for me and him, we're faster in different parts of the track. And again, he flashes there. I'm not sure if he's trying to put off the guy ahead of him. He flashed there every time. I'm really not sure why. I was able to get a nice cut on that corner than he was. And here we are, we're going for it here. Again, he was getting better exits out of this than me. Able to just carry a little bit more speed through. than I was. So as I was saying, you don't have to be fast everywhere. Something I learned in sim racing, you just got to be fast where you're good. And we were fast in just different places, so he would pull ahead, I'd catch up, and it was like that pretty much throughout the whole the race. So we're speeding up here, just because that straight's quite long. Getting on the throttle again, just not able to close in that much. It is quite annoying, the slipstream. Oh, we get a bit squirrely, and we're just staying on him. Just trying to wait for him to make a mistake. As you can see, he's very, very early on the brakes there. It was a struggle racing him through there because I didn't want to be too close to him in case I come into contact with him just because he's broke too early. I know I can carry way more speed through there. So it was a difficult one. I ended up backing off a couple of times in the race there just to give myself a little bit of a buffer. But there's no real overtaking opportunities there. He's flashing again in the same spot. We flash him as well. Again, we're just able to cut a little bit more of that curb than he is. I don't know if he knows that's what you should be doing, but it does help us out a lot. I feel like I need to go a bit wider there. He's able to get on the throttle earlier than me. He's just riding his car a little bit more than I am there. I go a little bit too wide here, and there we go. We've just pulled a big... He's just able to pull a little bit more of a gap, which is unfortunate because the slipstream isn't powerful. As you can see, look how much he's a second ahead of me. So it is a little bit annoying. That slipstream's just not powerful, so as soon as you lose it just a little bit, even though you don't gain much, you lose so much. But goes a bit too wide here. He nearly loses it. Really good save from him. And there we are. We're right on him. We're just going to really take every opportunity we can, and we just overcook it into that corner, and we're just off the track. Now, you're not allowed to take a position if you go off the track. So he's probably thinking, oh, this guy's just took the position off me. No, we pull over to the side, get off the throttle a little bit, and we let him back through because we only want good races. We're not here to cheat. I don't care what position we get. We just want good races. So we let him by. We was in his slipstream quite close there, and now we're just not going to make any mistakes. We're going to try and put as much pressure on him as possible. Again, look, you'll see, I'm faster than him here. So it's a bit scary going through there. Not able to turn in when I want, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to react to him. And he's able to pull ahead just a little bit. It's not a mistake, it's just different driving styles. Again, this is my second race at Fuji. So just getting comfortable with what you have to do when you're following someone. And we're fighting for a pole position as well, so quite a bit of pressure on both of us. And I'm quite impressed with how well he's kept it all this time. I'm just trying to put him off there, and I saw there he's locking up every time there. So I mean, he must be putting a bit more brake pressure than me. I know in this game you should use the ABS, so I think I need to lower my brake settings because it's quite hard for me to pull my brake 100%. So I need to lower it a little bit so I can just reach the 100% a little bit easier. Because at the moment I'm probably sitting around 80% in every corner, so I'm probably losing a couple of tenths every lap because of that. So skipping ahead now, we're on lap number 10, 2 laps remaining. So I know in my mind I've got to make something happen. He gets a bad exit there, we're right close to him, and so we're just going to this next braking zone. We take him on his inside, but because he's on the outside, he's just got a little bit more speed than me, so we weren't able to overtake him there. But we're side by side going down this whole straight now. He does a little bit of a weird jink to the right here, scary a little bit, but it's alright. You'll see it in a minute. And if you look at look, there we go, scaring me a little bit. I don't know if he's trying to, I don't know what he's trying to do. If I didn't move, he may have killed us both. So going into T1, we've got the inside, getting on the throttle nice and early. He's on the rumble strips on the left there. Still side by side now, so we've been side by side through 3 corners, and I was better than him here. He brakes way too early again. I'm on the outside, so I can brake a lot later. Nearly lose the car there, gets a bit sideways, and I think I let the pressure get to me here, nearly losing the car and stuff. We go wide here, didn't know how little grip you have there. Literally nearly lose the car, and he gets a nice little cutback there. So nice move from him. It was a beautiful race. We both probably had an awesome time, and that is probably the last opportunity that I get at keeping the position. I had 2 laps remaining. If I just kept it there, there's a good chance that I could have got a podium, but unable to. Coming out the last corner now, and we're within 0.3 seconds of him. So flash him, weave him just to let him know. Good race. I had a really good time, to be honest. Awesome race for the second one I've ever had. Improved a lot, I think, in terms of race pace. I mean, qualifying pace, you saw I got pole in my last attempt, so not bad. So exiting the race now, see the rank breakdown. So we started 7th, so we're up 3 positions. Fastest lap of a 1:41, so hoping to improve that a little bit. We'll try Fuji a couple more times. And yeah, there we go. There's the rank breakdown. So appreciate the support. Thank you very much for watching the videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video.